Hey everyone, it's Ashley here, and I am so excited to be live in the group Channeling with Love here on Facebook. I am excited because I have not gone live in quite a long time. So I want to say thank you to everyone who was consistently watching me all last year before, and know that I'm just so grateful that you guys are excited and joining me here tonight. And or maybe you'll watch this later on my YouTube channel, but I just want to say thank you for hanging out in the group. I'm really excited. I'm now really ready to move forward and do more live videos, and also do a lot of pre-recorded videos and material that I'm going to be posting here in the group and on my YouTube channel, Ashley Cunningham Medium, and also my page, Ashley Cunningham Medium, on Facebook. So yeah, it's gonna be really exciting. I've really missed going live. I've missed seeing everyone and chatting with everyone, and channeling questions and answers, and I'm really excited to be here. If for new people who've joined Channeling with Love, which there's a lot of new people in this group, so welcome if you're one of the new people and you haven't seen me go live in the group before. I'm so happy that you guys are here. But if you guys didn't know, I had a baby last year, so I stepped away for several months to enjoy my baby time. I still enjoy my baby time, but I'm ready to kind of get back to work and get back in the flow. So um, it was really lovely. Everything went really well. And her name's Lana, and she is already huge. She's 5 months old, and she blows my mind every single day. So it's been a lovely journey, and just a new vibe too, new energy. So I'm excited to bring that forward, and I'm getting a lot of how are you doings, and I'm doing really great. I love being a mom. I love being able to bring my mediumship skill set to my family and to myself when I need it. Because, not gonna lie, sometimes I gotta step back and do some meditation work because it can be stressful sometimes, for sure. And it's amazing, but I love it so much, and I'm so happy that I was able to step back and make that happen in my life. And I can't imagine her not being in my life now. So I'm sure a lot of you ladies who are mamas also can totally relate. Um, and oh, Faith is saying that her daughter is named Alana. That's so cool. My daughter's name is Lana, just Lana, but my husband's name is Alan, and we kind of scrambled her name from his name. So it's so cool that her name is Alana. That's beautiful. And it's spelled just like my husband's name and Lana's name. So that's awesome. Um, yeah, she is a character, and I think I'm going to do a pre-record of talking about her first few days here on Earth with us, because there was actually a lot of activity. It was a lot of activity. I'm surrounded all the time by spiritual beings and energy and connecting, but for what was going on, I was really focused and just really present, and there was so much that we saw happening around her and her energy, that it was really interesting. So I might do a little pre-record if you guys are interested in hearing that later. I'll post that on my YouTube channel, and I'll post that here in Channeling with Love. But I want to get to a few more little housekeeping items, and then we're going to start the mystery channeling. So first and foremost, I have another event coming up on Saturday. It is going to be just a peace meditation. I'm sure most of you guys know there's a ton of stuff happening in the world, and I just really felt compelled to speak to the peace element of it, and I really want to help spirit bring peace within ourselves, us to meditate together, send love and light to each other, and then send love and light to whoever else we feel we want to share that with. So it's going to be a very broad, very gentle, guided meditation. And if you want to join that, you can always join that. It's going to be Oh, I'm totally blanking right now. I'll write it out in the comments. I'll make sure to post it under the video in my YouTube channel. I'm totally blanking on when it is, but it's on Saturday morning. I think it's at 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I should really write that down before I go live. But we're going to do a quick meditation. It'll be about an hour. And yeah, we can just, share love and light, settle into our peace, and just really relax. I'm seeing lots of yeses and would love to see the recording, so I will definitely share that from my birthing experience and with Lana. And then I'm really excited about that peace meditation because I just feel like we all need a little bit of peace in our lives right now. So, and send peace and send safety and love and care to others. So we're going to be doing that this Saturday, and I'm really excited about it. I think I am going to start moving forward with more active work, so more meditation type work throughout the months moving forward. So if you have anything in particular that you would like to see, like a certain meditation or maybe some chakra cleansing activities, just different things, because I want it to be a little bit more active in Channeling with Love, my Facebook group, but also bring in some fresh energy for a lot of people and to just show like it can be really quick, easy work. So if you guys have recommendations, feel free to share those. And next, I want to highlight what a mystery channeling is. So I started this series in October of 2019, where I did for the full month of October. It was for Halloween. It was kind of like a fun, like special thing. I found this, it's called Picker Wheel, and it helps make decisions. You can put all your options on a wheel and you click spin, and it picks an option for you. So I found this online, and I type in all the different types of beings that people recommend. So for this mystery channeling, I pulled from that list of people or spiritual beings that Channeling with Love members, you all had posted on that post. And so it'll be really fun. And I actually used an older wheel too. So there's some options that were left over from the last mystery channeling, but it's really fun because we're just going to spin, and then I'm going to channel whoever the picker wheel chooses. I have some inklings as to maybe who wants to step forward. And if it doesn't go away and they're not chosen, then I may just channel them at the end. But we're going to see who gets chosen. And basically, I just share my screen. We're going to spin the wheel and then see who wants to step forward. It's pretty simple. And it's, I think, one of my favorite ways of channeling, because I don't feel like I'm really, influencing anything. It's just kind of whoever wants to step forward and come out and step and to share what they want to share in the moment. So it's really fun. And most times when I pick someone, or if there's been a particular person requested or being requested, it's generally for a certain topic or a certain thing that they want to share. So, okay, Mimi says spin that wheel. We are going to get to it. Let's go. I'm going to share my screen and let me pick the window here, and I want to highlight, I hope you guys can see that. I am not affiliated with this website. I just use it. So heads up, there's some ads and things on here. So with that, I'm going to click the spin button and we'll see who's up first. Awesome. The blue Avians. Okay, I'm going to hide that choice, and now I am going to bounce back. Oh, there it is, the stop sharing button. 1 second. Okay, so I am taking a deep breath. I'm feeling the blue avian energy coming in pretty strong. They're just sharing really big smiles with me. I'm sensing there are 3 here with us tonight, and they want to say thank you. They showed me thank you, first and foremost, for allowing them to speak this evening with all of you who are watching presently and will watch later. In these challenging times, there is a lot of opportunity for each of us to define our own energy. We are all energy, but when we focus our intentions, when we decide on a path, whatever that path looks like, we hone in that frequency, and it becomes a part of us. Like they're showing me like absorbing certain like affirmations and words and ideas into my energetic field. And they're saying with the internet, with ease of access of information, it's been easier and easier for each of us to gain access to thoughts, ideas, perspectives, intentions that can help open our own energy, help us find our path, or also can help clutter our mind and clutter our energetic space. And they just want to, they're showing like lending a hand. Like I'm sitting down on the ground, and they're showing me this image of me sitting on the ground, and they're helping me stand up by pulling me up. You know how you would like at a picnic or something. You're sitting on the nice grass and they're picking you up. And they're just saying, we want to lend a hand with this work with each of you in turn. How they're highlighting the peace element, that peace meditation. They're showing me my own little thumbnail I created for the meditation on Saturday. And they're saying that peace not only can encompass a whole collective, but also can radiate within and without, throughout. So for us to move forward individually along our path, to set that intention of holding steady with our values, our energy, you know, with where we want to be on a daily basis within ourselves, in our temple. They're pointing to the heart chakra right here within us. We can decide that, and they can also help to alleviate they're saying distractions, the clutter that comes through. They're showing on a much larger grand scale of more of the human collective. Each of us are pinpricks around the world, and they're showing an image of the earth with light beams coming out from all of us who are anchoring in the light, and who willingly or unknowingly, you could be a light worker and not even feel like you are or know it, but all of us who are anchoring in the light within ourselves and sharing that peace throughout, are shining out along the earth. And they're saying that at the individual level, it is so important to hold steady and trust and know that at the collective level, that has a really big impact. There is a great impact. And as they're showing that transmission, so they're kind of showing an old image of like in old sci-fi movies, like how information would go really fast through the cords and through the interwebs, and I'm thinking kind of matrixy type CGI style graphics here. They're showing that this energy is even faster to disseminate and affect others in a positive way. They're bringing their attention to a lot of the political, serious political instances or situations that are happening right now, especially in Ukraine. I mean, that's kind of on everyone's lips right now. And of course, it's a really large situation that's taking place. And they're highlighting that while it is a very difficult situation, there is so much energy coming in from around the world that it could have been a lot different at this point than it is right now. And so they're just highlighting that you make a difference. Each individual makes a difference in grand scale situations as well as our individual lives. And they just want to remind all of us of that, and to remind us that we are love, and they love us very much, and they want to work with us as much as we can. They're saying as much as we can, we'd like to work with you. And I'm asking them if there's anything else in particular that they would like to speak on. Saying, no, this is it. The message is simple. They love us. They would like to connect with us. If you haven't connected with a blue avian before, or a galactic being before, it can be a very interesting experience. Their energy is at such a high frequency that it can feel very different than if you were connecting with, say, an ancestor or a past loved one, or your guardian angels. So they're saying, we'll take it gentle with people who maybe are not as comfortable or as used to connecting with us as others may be, but they're just excited to connect with whoever is interested. And I love the blue avians. Me personally, I feel like they are some of the most high vibrational galactic beings that I've worked with. They're always lovely, and I always feel like I'm just I get a big boost of love, light energy from them whenever I channel them. So if that's something you're interested in experiencing, feel free to ask them to join you, or, ask them to share a message with you, or ask them for guidance on something that you're working through. They're saying we're good. So are there any questions for them? I don't see any questions yet in the comments. I'll give you guys a second to share a question or two if you'd like. But if not, we can go back to that spinner wheel and spin again. I'm open to channeling maybe another 2 or 3 people or beings, if time allows. We've already been here for 15 minutes. It goes by so fast for me. Okay, so I'm not seeing any questions, so I am going to go ahead and switch back to sharing my screen, and we'll see who else would like to step forward. Oh, shoot. I'm not seeing it. Okay, hold on a second. I gotta reopen it. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. Okay, it's popped up now. All right, so we are going to, I have the blue avians unchecked, so we're not going to channel them again. Let's spin and see who else comes forward. Buddha, yay, oh my gosh. I feel like this is going to be a really lovely, lovely channeling tonight. Okay, so how I feel Buddha coming in. The blue avians have stepped back, and for those of you who are practicing channeling, I highly encourage that you call them in as they come through, because it's really fun to compare and feel how each of us feels the different energies. But Buddha's stepping in now, and he kind of stepped behind me, and I feel that by pressure in my back, and he has put his hand on my right shoulder, like he's standing here and he's just kind of leaning over me, and he has his hand right on my shoulder here, and he's coming now. He's directing his energy through my upper back straight into my heart chakra. And I'm seeing some comments. Chrissy got goosebumps. Yep, I got a little bit of some goosebumps on my right side. I often get goosebumps. That's a really great way to know that it feels, a different energy stepping forward. And I'm sorry I don't see your name, but I'm going to show your comment. It's different. Yeah, the energy feels very different compared to the blue avians, right? So you know that this is a different energy stepping forward. And Faith saying, awesome, Christ consciousness is in the house. Yes, I totally agree. Whew, and I'm getting more of those goosebumps, and the energy's flowing up my neck into the back of my head. And I'm also feeling some kind of pressure on my crown chakra there. So there's a lot of indicators as you're channeling that you can feel. And I feel like he's blasting a lot of energy straight to you guys through my little camera up there. So if you feel kind of a wash, like energy's coming out of the video, that's not surprising, because he's showing me he's directing that to you. And he's just, he's saying he's so happy to be here. Thank you all for participating in this channeling experience. He's saying, he's squeezing my shoulder, and he's kind of being like he makes me feel like he's my grandpa. He's saying he's proud of this one, myself, for getting back to it. And I'm saying thank you to him, because I was not sure who would come forward. So I was a little nervous tonight, because, you know, it's a different way to channel, and you never know who's going to come forward. Yeah. And he's pointing to the comments. There are several people commenting as well. Mimi has, her hands are hotter. Yep. Sweaty palms, very common. And Faith, Hope, Love is saying that they are feeling very warm energy, like a space heater just turned on. And Buddha is saying, yes, this is an intentional energy. He's exchanging energy. He's sending you energy. And he's intentionally wanting each of you to feel his energy as your senses allow. He meets everyone where we are all at, and he is just so happy and proud to be here. And this person, sorry, I don't see your name, has a great question. Is there a message, Buddha, regarding the changes in our lives? Saying, get comfortable with change. Change is inevitable. He's showing at a small scale, like within our routine, within our day-to-day work, within, you know, how we move about the world. And he's saying, and up all the way up to a much grander scale of more of the human collective consciousness. And he's pointing to the blue avians, and he's saying that they showed that scale already in their message, and he is kind of piggybacking or taking that image and wanting to share that with you as well. Change is inevitable. Change is something that you can flow with, or you can fight against. And as you move forward, you're going to feel more comfortable flowing with the changes within your life, and knowing that you will always be the person in the driver's seat. There's this free will choice, right? We have the choice to, he's showing, to react to the changes that you may be presented as opportunities or exciting adventures or challenges, or, you know, full stop crises mode. We have those choices. How we move forward with those changes is inevitable. And or how we move forward is our choice, and changes are inevitable. Sorry, I didn't catch up there. And he's saying that while this is, you know, a very common principle, so many people say this all the time, it's sometimes, you know, harder to catch ourselves in the moment. And he's highlighting that as we move forward as a collective group here on Earth, all the humans here on Earth, we're going to be presented with some more challenges, some more changes that are coming. And we've already had, he's saying, there has been a lot of opportunity for practice in flowing with those changes or going against the changes. So go with what feels good within. Internally, check in with yourself. Are you fighting it or going with it? And if you're going with it, how can you, you know, flow with it to where it's aligned, the change, it aligns with your intentions, what you wish to manifest within your life. Or maybe it is a part of that. It is a result of your manifestation work and your energy work and your growth within your own soul being of love and light. So there are a lot of sources of change he's highlighting, but there are always those opportunities. And he's kind of, he's bringing in some fresh energy. And this energy he's showing me this energy as like a wind. And that's the best way I can describe it, but it's also this feeling. It's not just a wind of energy blowing around. It is the feeling of abundance and manifestation and like miracles taking place, the miracle energy. And it kind of reminds me of Christmas. I think when we get around, especially in the Western world, more Christian-based societies, Christmas is a huge time of year where people do a lot of trying to connect, or a lot of energy work, or a lot of focusing in on family and love and hope. There's a lot of really positive energies around that time of year. So December, kind of like end of November in fully through December into New Year's. So there's tons of fun, positive, miracle energy there. And there, Buddha is saying this is the time of year that most people are vulnerable, or allowing themselves to feel that energy, but you can call in this miracle energy force whenever you wish. So if you want to feel like you're in that spirit of hope and love and giving, you can feel like that every single day. It doesn't have to be limited to a certain time of year. But he's highlighting this energy, and he's asking this energy to share with us, each of us in this moment. And Mimi's saying she's surfing on the wave. I'm feeling a lot of energy in my heart chakra, and my hands are tingling. You guys might feel some different sensations on your physical person, but also he's asking you to invite this energy to be a change facilitator for you as you move forward when you are facing changes in your personal life. And also, we can ask this energy to assist us on a collective level, help us to work, coincide and work together with that spirit, that energy and spirit, he's saying, as a whole, to bring forth the desired effects. So that is peace, love, health, a calmness within our own home and within our own life, as well as abundance and manifestation and excitement and adventure. You can work with this energy within yourself. You can ask this energy to join you, and you can ask for support in helping the collective consciousness to reach for those loftier and more peaceful and positive changes. He's highlighting that this work will be done over lifetimes, and just know in this lifetime we always have the ability to call in that energy and to co-create or co-manifest whatever it is that we desire within our life. And he's also saying that we are rooted in love. We are love. There is nothing but love. And so just trusting and knowing that we can work with this energy, and our intention will be perfectly communicated and manifested as we move forward. Whew, and that feels like a lot of energy coming through. I don't know what you guys are feeling, but definitely a lot of swirling around my body. I'm actually getting a little dizzy right now. So I'm going to ask Buddha to kind of pull that energy off a little bit, because it is a little much. It feels great, but it's also making me a little dizzy. This person is asking, greetings, Buddha. Does he have recommendations for anyone doing inner self-reflection work? I know he has been around me working with me. Thank you. So he's being cheeky right now. He's just kind of chuckling. He's saying, do it. Do the inner self-reflective work. He's saying, in all seriousness, this is how love abounds. This is how peace is manifested on a grand scale. Each of us stepping into that work and being really honest with where we're at and where we would like to go as we move forward. It's easy to say, oh yeah, I want to, be more abundant in my life. I want to bring in all these positive things. But sometimes it's really hard to look at the challenges that each of us are facing in our own way, our own fears, our own programming from other people that we may not even realize we've picked up, from our parents, from our family, from just society in general. We are really tasked with looking at ourselves as a whole being. And sometimes that's not super pretty. I think some people refer to this as a lot of like shadow work or mirror work, or there's different, I guess, different ways to look at it. But really, it's recognizing that we're a whole being of love and light energy. And we have a lot of stuff that we can transmute, hand off, work through, challenge, and overcome. And he's highlighting that there are, fears within each of us that, as we maybe when we sit there and we're doing that work, we're thinking we're creating space for us to have this reflective time. He's saying that as you sit there and you're looking at your fears, sometimes it's easy to push it off or to say, oh, I'm not afraid of that. That's just like maybe something stupid or something old that I thought of. But really looking at the fear, what is it that created that thought, that vibrational frequency within your mind? And is that serving you? Actually answering the questions yes or no. No, it's not serving you, because fear does not serve us. And it doesn't allow us to fully have that full energy of abundance. And that I'm getting an image of like golden energy kind of flowing through us. Fear can really kind of gum up the pipes, so to speak, through our chakras and through our body. But we all have it, and we all have the duty to ourselves to release it and process it as we can. So he's saying, do the work, schedule time if you have to. He's highlighting too, it doesn't have to be so formal. You can do this work all day long and not have or feel like it's a heavy burden or something that you have to be really intentional about and really strict about. It can be just recognizing, oh, I'm a little fatigued today. I want to go and read a book instead of, go run a bunch of errands, or stepping back when you need to replenish your energy versus really pushing forward and pushing through when you're maybe not super comfortable. And he's saying in those reflective moments within your day, you can always, ask for that support from him, from any ascended master that you resonate with, your own team, your angels, your guardian angels, to come in and help bolster you and help direct you through that work if you need it. He's saying it's really exciting, it's fun, it's super positive, and as you move forward, the strategies that you can implement are so diverse that each of us, that self-reflective work, that inner work, it's going to look different for all of us. So just keep in mind and don't feel like you have to ascribe to a specific way of doing that work. It's all part of the journey. He's saying, don't feel like you have to do a heavy lift. He wants you to flow with it. And Faith, Hope, Love, just said that they saw a flash of light and they're in a dark room. So that's pretty cool. That is really awesome. Thanks for sharing that. And this person says their 3-year-old son is so fond of Buddha. Oh my gosh, that's so adorable. And Buddha is saying, I am fond of him. I am fond of his energy, and I frequent him. We have a connection. So, there's a reason why your 3-year-old is so drawn to Buddhas, because he feels that energy there. So that's super awesome. That's beautiful. Do we have any other questions for Buddha? I just feel like this is just like a love fest session. Like this so calming and just so reassuring. And It just feels really good to be here. So thank you guys for joining me. I don't see any other questions. So I'm going to, once again, I think this will be the last one. We're going to spin that wheel and see who else steps forward. So let me share my screen. All right, let's spin it. Whoa, okay. I'm saying whoa because that's just, mwah, that's like amazing energy here. Okay. Whew. Thank you so much, Buddha, for stepping in. I'm going to ask that he steps to the side so the Lemurians can come in. Whew. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I feel them again behind me. There's a lot of energy coming in behind me, and I feel like it's multiple beings. But the primary being that's going to be stepping forward and speaking with us tonight is a female, and she's right here on my left, like right behind my left shoulder. And I feel multiple because it feels expansive and very broad, and but multiple people. It's kind of like a little crowd has grouped around the back of me, and I just feel like they're smiling at you guys. They're sending you love energy straight through the camera, and they're saying hello to all of you. Thank you so much for joining for allowing us to join you this session. They're putting a lot of energy on my crown chakra. Whew, it's quite intense. Yeah. There's this person saying they're so happy you're here. They're very happy to be here as well. Whew. They're showing me right now a forest, and it's like they've connected with all of us who are going to see this, and we are in the forest together, and they're kind of meandering between all of us and just saying hi. It feels like a party, like a little cocktail party where you have a house party and people are wandering in and out, and you're just kind of connecting with everyone. That's the vibe, the energy. They want us to feel connected to them because they are stepping forward and they're so excited to connect with us. And Mimi's saying she's getting pressure on her temples. Yes, I'm actually feeling that as well. And goosebumps, yep. And there are several saying they're happy too, sending love. Faith, hope, love is their skin is tingling, and their energy reminds them of Pleiadian energy, which is very astute. That's very good. They have a very similar frequency for sure. And the female stepping forward, she's putting more energy into my neck and my upper back now. And she's saying, at this time, it is easy for us to be swept up in the energy of the changes, the chaos, everything that is happening in the world within our day-to-day lives as well. It's not just this grander scale. It's also in our own existences, our own paths. She's saying that it's easy to be swept up and to kind of be adrift and not tethered. And she wants to help assist us, if you feel this way, with grounding. She's saying that okay, pause for a second. She's showing me a bunch of things, so it kind of got scrambled in my mind. She's saying grounding is the primary message that she wants to share with all of us tonight. It's so important that we each ground ourselves, connect ourselves to Gaia and to the grounding energy that she provides, because that's going to help tether us to something, the energy of Gaia, who's going to be our foundation, who's going to help our energy remain balanced within our physical being, our energetic body, our mental body. If we are not grounded, we can be really scrambled, and it can feel like everything's up in the air. It's chaos. It's hard to catch our breaths. It's just so busy, or, we're not feeling ourselves. It's just the energy's a little off. She's saying grounding is always going to be the remedy when you're feeling that way. And she's showing us, again, having a little house party, but out in the forest. And she's saying this imagery is intentional. This energy is coming forth intentionally to help share this grounding energy with us, to give us an image of how we can connect with them and with each other. She's showing us in the astral plane doing this work. So when we go to sleep, if you wish to go to this place, you can ask them to assist you in getting there, and you can hang out in this forest with them, and they will connect with you. She's showing me Mount Shasta. Now, Mount Shasta is typically associated with Lemurian energy, and Lemurians are associated with Mount Shasta. And she's showing me the forest around Mount Shasta, the beautiful giant trees, the pine needles on the ground, just the smells of old pine needles, of ferns, of like a fresh rain. Like, I'm getting a lot of this. I really don't get a lot of smell sensory experiences from spirit, but they're laying that on thick for me because they want us to connect viscerally with that energy of Gaia herself. For me, that's a forest. I'm living in Oregon. I grew up in Oregon. I was born here. The forest to me is like a cocoon of beautiful energy that will always help me feel grounded. For others, that may be a beautiful tropical beach or the ocean or snowy mountains where you're snowboarding or skiing, or where else? The rivers, hanging out at the river. That's a fun thing to do, and that's a great way to connect to grounding energy. They're showing me a lot of these images just because they want to highlight that each of our connections to Gaia and that grounding energy is so unique, and to, again, not worry about doing it right. Connect as you can. Go out into nature physically, lean against a tree. Go, if it's warm enough, go swim in a river or put your feet in the river water or the ocean. If you're near a large lake or ocean, you can do that. There's just so many things that we can do and connect with that energy. This person is saying the Temple of Love on Mount Shasta is magical. Lemurians in full effect. Yes, I totally agree. And that's kind of the feeling that they're showing too, like in this, the forest imagery that they're putting in my mind is just magic. And it feels like there's endless possibilities, and yet it's so calm and peaceful, and my energy is feeling very comforted by being connected to Gaia. And they're showing me standing there in my mind's eye with my shoes off. I never walk outside without my shoes on unless I'm specifically going to ground and be in the grass where it's soft. My feet are very, very sensitive. So for me to be standing on pine needles is probably not going to be a thing that I do in physical form. But maybe in the astral plane, I'll be running around with my shoes off. They're just laughing at me. They're saying, yes, connect how you can. And how you prefer, but connect. The act of connecting, the act of grounding is most important. They're looking to you. If you have any questions for them, feel free to post in the comments. But they're increasing the pressure on my temple, so I'm asking them to step back a little bit. And if there are no questions, then that was their primary message for us. So they they're ready to step back if need be. They're highlighting that they will be joining us in the peace meditation. So that's good to know. They are really interested in assisting in that work. And so if you are interested in connecting with them directly, they will be present and we can call on them if we choose. And yeah, they're just they're receding now. I don't know if you guys can feel that shift, but I feel like they've stepped back quite a bit. The energy is still present, but it's lightened up quite a bit. And I specifically asked them to remove some of the energy from my head because my eyes are kind of going squiggly now. But they're reducing their energy now. So if you guys can feel that, that's awesome. There's varying degrees of intensity that can be brought forth from a different frequency. And yeah, it's a good exercise. So if you're practicing, this is an excellent strategy to use. And the female stepping forward and she's saying she really appreciates this mystery channeling and she hopes that I do it more. And I'm going to take that to heart. I'm definitely going to do it more. And I appreciate that comment. Yeah, okay. Well, you guys, it's a little earlier than I normally end, but I think this is a really awesome start to me getting back in the saddle and channeling and doing live events in my group. So if you are watching this on YouTube later, not live, but later, feel free to join Channeling with Love on Facebook. That's where I'm doing the live, and that's where all the questions and everyone's comments come through. And I just want to say thank you to the people who are hanging out with me right now here in this group, and I really appreciate it. And I'm really excited to also get more activity going on in the group. So if you feel called or drawn to post something maybe you think is funny or something that you've been thinking about on your own spiritual journey, feel free to share or post questions in the group. That's what this group is for, is to really explore our own paths and what we're interested in, and to connect with spirit and to get our answers for a lot of the questions that we all share. We all have a lot of the same questions. So feel free to post. And I just want to say thank you again. Oh, Mimi's asking a good question. Every Thursday's question, Mark? I'm not sure I'm going to do every Thursday. I think for the next few months, I'm going to try and at least do 2 videos a month. And I want to do one more active, so like a meditation or some sort of chakra work. Whatever you guys are interested in, feel free to post recommendations if there's something in particular that you'd like to see. But then I also want to do a mystery channeling, and then I'm going to try and do some pre-records to sprinkle in there. But I'm going to slowly inch my way back to going live every week. And one cool thing that's happening in my personal life is not only do I have Lana, but we are also moving into a house really soon. So my background is going to be changing, and my environment will be a little different soon. So heads up on that. It's going to be really exciting. I actually might be posting videos on TikTok. If I do that, then I will share my TikTok handle, and I'll share those videos out. If you're hanging out on TikTok, you can find me there. So yeah, with that, I'll let you all go. Have a lovely evening. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. I feel so good channeling and being back here with you guys, and I'm excited for Saturday live here on the group, and also for the mystery channelings and more events coming up. So thank you guys, and talk to y'all later.